So this is question 6. Jipambe Beauty and Cosmetics has been operating since year 2013 and have expanded their business operations to the major cities where they have a chain of stores along major streets. The business manager is considering extending the business to an e-commerce platform. Required, explain the business opportunities that could arise as a result of implementing an e-commerce platform. The first opportunity that could arise is expanded market reach. So with e-commerce, the business will be in a position to reach out to customers beyond physical locations and even their stores. So they can tap into a global customer base and they can now expand their market reach beyond the cities where they have physically been located. So they are able to reach out to an extended or an expanded market. And again, we have what we call 24 hours, 7 days availability. So an online store is open, always open, to allow customers to browse and shop at their convenience. So this can sometimes lead to increased sales as customers can shop outside regular store hours. And also they will have what we call increased sales and revenue. So because the online platform will attract larger audience, potentially resulting in high sales volume. So this is especially true if the business effectively market its products and offer promotions to online customers. So we also have what we call personalized shopping experience. So e-commerce platform can utilize customer data to offer personalized product recommendations, enhancing the shopping experience and encouraging repeat purchases because they have the customer data at their position and they can monitor that through what the customers have been purchasing. Again, we can talk about reduced operating cost. So operating on an online store can be more cost effective compared to maintaining physical stores. So this will be, because there is what we call saving on rent, utilities, and even staffing. So those are others, you can also check on that. Then we have this second part of the question that says, discuss the factors that Jipambe Beauty and Cosmetics could consider when designing an e-commerce platform. The first one is security and fraud prevention. Why? Because for any e-commerce system, there could be fraud, or there could be people who are out to maybe spy on this data that is used for this payment over the internet. So security is paramount for these e-platforms. So they must implement strong encryptions, they must secure authentication mechanism and even fraud detection system to protect customer payment information. Then 2 is payment options. So they must offer a variety of payment options to accommodate customer preferences. For example, there could be credit or debit cards, mobile wallets, online banking, and even cash on delivery if applicable. Again, we can talk about user experience. So ensure the payment process is seamless and user-friendly. Why? Because a complicated or confusing payment process can lead to cut or abandonment. Because somebody might be trying to make some payment and they cannot able to complete their payment because they do not understand the interface of the process itself. Again, we talk about integration with e-commerce platform. So the e-payment system should integrate smoothly with the e-commerce platform to enable real-time updating of order status, inventory levels, and even customer accounts. And lastly, they must consider compliance with the regulations. They must adhere to relevant regulations and standards for online payment, including data protection laws, payment card laws, and even compliance. So each country has different laws pertaining to the same. Then this question says, describe any 3 e-government models. Describe any 3 e-government models. So e-government is what we call electronic government model. The first one is what we call government to government, or G2G. Government to citizen. The first one, let's talk about first government to citizen, G2C. So in this model, the government services are delivered electronically to its citizens. So this will involve providing maybe online portals for citizens to access services. For example, in Kenya, there's a platform called eCitizen where you could apply for your license, you can pay taxes, and even you can obtain permits. So this is government giving service to the citizens. Then we have government to business. So in G2B, it will focus on providing online services to businesses. So this will include services such as e-procurement, business registration, or even online filing and taxes, and even regulation of documents. So these services rendered by the government to businesses. Then we have government to government, or G2G. So this e-government involves the exchange of information and services between different government agencies. So this will enhance coordination and information sharing within the government. Then the B part will discuss any ethical principles for judging. Discuss any 5 ethical principles for judging conduct that could be used in conjunctions with an ethical analysis in the use of ICT. So the first ethical principle is privacy and confidentiality. So this first principle emphasizes on individuals' right to privacy and safeguarding their personal and sensitive information. So in the context of ICT, organizations and individuals should always implement secure security measures. So these security measures could be things like data encryption, just to ensure that there is no access or there is strict access or to protected or protected sensitive data of individuals within the organization, so that unauthorized access is denied. The second one is transparency and accountability. So this one is just the openness and clarity in communication. This one will ensure that users and at every level understands how their data will be used and processed. So organizations and individuals using this ICT system should be accountable for their actions and decisions, so that there is a clear terms of use, there is a clear privacy policies, and even data handling practices. We also have what we call fairness and equity. This is another principle which emphasizes on treating all individuals fairly and without discrimination. This will mean in ICT that there must be access to technology and digital services in every department or to all people with no discrimination, regardless of social economic status, regardless of gender, regardless of race, and even other factors. Then we can also talk about intellectual property rights. So respecting intellectual property rights involves things like acknowledging and respecting the legal ownership of digital content. So this content could be also software, creative work. So individuals and organizations using ICT should adhere to copyright laws, what we call patent laws, and even licenses. Then we have digital divide and access. So digital divide simply means that there could be a group of people that are disadvantaged in accessing maybe ICT infrastructure or ICT services because of maybe skill development, or maybe because they are in urban or rural areas. So the principle of bridging this digital divide emphasizes providing equal access to technology and digital resources. So this will ensure that all individuals, including marginalized and underserved communities, have access to benefits of ICT. Then we have user consent and autonomy. This is another principle. This ensures that obtaining informed consent from users before collecting and processing their data is essential. So you cannot just get some individuals' data without their consent and use it in your organization or process it, because individuals should have the autonomy to make their decisions about their personal information and services they use. Then lastly, we can talk about responsibility for societal impact. So recognizing the broader impact of ICT in society is a principle that highlights on the responsibility of developers, organizations, and users, because any action that is done by anyone in this cycle ensures that they are responsible for their actions or the outcome of whatever they do using ICT infrastructure or the data that are given to them or at their disposal. So they should always strive to create technology that benefits society and mitigate potential negative effects.